And welcome to the UGO podcast. I don't even know what to call this one edition. Our final
Austin edition.
Final Austin edition.
I guess that means we have to go back.
The final, we will have to go back. At first I thought, are we going to have enough Austin coverage to last us the whole next year? But apparently no.
We'll try harder next time.
Just have to try harder. But yeah, anyway, this is... who's talking about trying harder? Why, it's me, Nick, the Merc with a mic, and my fellow unapologist,
Travis.
Yeah, and we are gonna be doing the interview thing again today. No, we've already done the interview, but you'll be listening to it with another TV dude or dudette, I should say. I'm not sure what the gender neutral term for it is.
I just go dude. I use dude as gender neutral.
I think dude is now gender neutral. Apparently,
dude is barely a word anymore. To be honest.
I know what you mean, dude.
It's kind of like expletive.
Dude, where's my podcast? But anyway, yeah, we are going to be talking with Ashley Moreno of the TV Dudes. And she was, we got to talk to with her down when we were in Austin as well. Mm-hmm. And yeah, she was a great time.
I believe she accused me of having a mother.
What?
Didn't she accuse me of having a mother?
I don't know. That sounds like a weird thing to accuse a person of.
Yes, it was.
You have a family relation of some kind. You're a witch. You're a witch.
Well, we'll find out when we listen to the interview.
How did she know? Burn her.
She's a witch.
So yeah, that is going to be fun. Of course, we got to talk about the nerd news of the week. And some of the trailers as well. So we're going to have a good show for you. Mm-hmm. Justin is in Austin right now.
He's too busy for us.
So he's busy. He's recording and just partying down there in Austin.
And not drinking.
And not drinking, but I'm sure having fun nonetheless. But yeah, with that, should we just get into the announcements?
Let's do it.
We got a couple things to announce. Of course, as always, want to mention Isabella the Derpy Dragon. Was made for us by the lovely Kelly Main. It was great artwork that we had done for us. If you need some artwork done, maybe check her out. The UGO on top, though, was done by Tanner Hackle from Tanner Hackle Designs. He does great graphics design work for us. If you need some logo work done or anything like that for your Let's Play channel or art stuff, or our page or whatnot, yeah, he's a great pick as well. As always, want to keep you abreast of our con stuff. And it's a term. You can use it.
You can. Doesn't mean you should.
I'm gonna. I like it.
You do that.
So, and I always like to keep Travis abreast as well. So, I wanted to mention we're going to be at GeekCon.
Woo!
Yep, and GeekCon is this... August...
The 26th, I want to say?
Yeah, the 25th to the 27th.
Yeah. So I was right in the middle.
Yeah. And, yeah, it's going to be a grand old time. And, we are going to be having so much fun. Wait, August 26th. Does that sound right? I'm going to check the dates on it real quick.
Okay.
But while I'm doing that, I want to run down what we're going to be doing. Because we got, let's see what we got here. Because we got our panels that we're going to be running. Mm-hmm. We got Celebrity Impressions at 10 a.m. That's on Saturday, 10 a.m. Saturday. Pitch It To Me will be 8 p.m. on Saturday. Podcasting 101 will be 9 a.m. on Saturday. So that'd be right before. Man, they could have give it to me in time order. Mm-hmm. But yeah. We also will be recording a live version of our podcast, the Wrath of Cons edition. Woohoo! We'll be recording live there at 9 p.m. on Friday. And we are hopefully having a special guest on as well there. Firstruz of previously of the Nerd and Tie podcast and a veteran con attendee and panel runner and even con runner at this point now. He will be on talking about some of his con experiences as well. So that'll be real fun. I have did not get to see the actual dates for GeekCon quite yet. I want to make sure we get that one right. But yeah, it's going to be a grand old time. Apparently this Linkara will be there again.
It is August 25th to 27th.
It is?
I couldn't find it at first because my phone autocorrected to GreekCon, which led me to a whole different thing.
GreekCon.
But, you know, we'll go to that one.
Yeah. Anyway, we, it is going to be a fun time. Link Cara, we've interviewed him before. He'll be a special guest there, along with some other pretty neat special guests. I think some voice actors and some writers and all that good jazz. And it's going to be a fun time. We're going to be we're not running the trivia contest this year, this time with the con. We are actually going to be, or I am going to be on another con attendees trivia contest for, like we previously mentioned, Firstras. He is going to be running something called Big Fat Geek Trivia, and I guess he's teaming up some sort of media person with a comedian, and they'll be in teams in order to compete nerd trivia wise.
Sounds fun.
So I guess I'm going to be the nerd like media person, and I'm going to be teamed up with a comedian to do something, which means, man, we're going to lose.
Yeah.
Because I'm probably way too right there in the middle of I'm more or less knowledgeable. Like, about stuff, but, like, you know, to an extent, I'm like a jack of all trades, but a master at none sort of thing going on. At least that's what I like to consider myself of, rather than just stupid.
Well, we'll find out.
But, yeah, I want to give it my best college try.
And I'll be there to laugh at you.
I didn't actually make it all the way through college, but,
that's not a very good try, then.
We're gonna... I'm going to give it maybe a little more of an effort than that, then, I guess.
Good old high school try.
The good old high school try. Yeah. So, yeah, definitely if you're in... that's going to be in Madison. If you're in the area for that, join us. Have some fun. It's going to be a real good time. With that, we should get into some of the regular bullshit before we get into the news of the week. How you been, buddy?
Not too bad.
We saw some movies recently that we haven't got a chance to talk about.
We did.
We've had so many things. You want to talk about them, like, real quick?
Yeah, we could do a little rundown.
Okay, what we saw most recently was Atomic Blonde, which was... I'm not sure, actually. It'd be a weird one for me to rate it, because I don't know how I feel about it overall.
I didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
I didn't like it.
See, I like, the action in it is, like, actually really good. There's these... Everyone's talking about the action sequence near the end, with, like, this big... one long take shot where she's fighting some guys in a stairwell. She goes around the building. It spills out into the streets where it's a car chase, and it's all one singular shot. And it is really cool. And it's not like I don't care about the characters in it too, because I actually do give a shit about the characters fighting. And it does the thing of, like, that I really appreciate that most movies don't do, where people get tired during a fight.
Yeah, they get really tired.
Like, we're just like, fuck. Okay, hold on, one sec. Okay, one sec. We'll get back to killing each other in a minute, but I need a breather. Okay, one, and go. And I really like that. It brings a very human element to the fight, which is very interesting. I don't know. Something about the plot is just really... I don't know, not very clear to me.
Well, it's so cliche, too, where it's like, okay, she's a spy, what's she doing? Getting a list. A list of what? All the spies.
Yeah, right? Like,
why?
It's the knock list from the first Mission Impossible. I don't understand, like, why we ever... Like, since we started doing that, that's what all spies are always after.
Yeah.
And it's like, god damn it, like... And I get that it's an easy way for all the spies to be invested, like, oh shit, well, everybody we know could be up for, you know...
Yeah, but they didn't really even show that very well.
Yeah, and
they
then,
talked about it a lot.
And look, how effective is a list of all the spies in it and all their all their identities? I'm assuming if it's at the end of the Cold War, where I'm assuming most of them are going to get reassigned to new positions to, like, you know, spy on different segments, since, you know, they're in Berlin where the wall is coming down.
Yeah. And,
like, most of those people, I'm like, oh, well, as soon as that wall comes down, if you're not leaving that area, or you're at least being reassigned to something different. Like, James McAvoy's in charge of the fucking black market. I'm like, well, you can't do that anymore.
No, it
like,
won't really work.
It's not gonna work for you, so you're gonna... So how effective is... So even in regular universe, how effective is a knock list of like, oh, I have the spy's real name and and identity as well as where they're undercover. I'm like, okay, cool, but it's only useful until they go undercover again under a different alias, like a completely
Well, you go
new
after
one.
their family, I guess.
I mean, I guess, but it seemed like even most of them didn't even have families.
Yeah, true.
They never even showed a spy with a family. So yeah, apparently that one's going to be in the same universe as John Wick. Apparently, they said that they would like to consider them both as canon, and I don't know if I kind of see it in a certain elements because they go to that watchmaker, and that watchmaker felt like a dude right out of John Wick.
Yeah.
Like, okay, yeah, that feels about right. Everything else is a little more, like maybe more grounded or down to earth. Or
Well,
something.
especially since they showed them getting tired.
Yeah, because John Wick wouldn't do that.
No.
he's the guy who gets hit by a car and just gets back up.
Like, John Wick is much more dramatic. This is very down-to-earth spy shit.
Yeah, which I did appreciate, but
Yeah.
there's a point where like James McAvoy is just like, why is he even around
Why
anymore?
are you still alive?
He feels like such a fucking liability.
Like, somebody should have killed you by now.
Yeah. It does have a very interesting romance with Sophia Botella, which is the sword leg chick from the Kingsman.
Yes, there she is.
Which
Gazelle.
Yeah, which I'm like, for her, like, I always liked that, like, that was the first movie I ever saw her in, and she's always stuck in my mind because of the knife leg thing. And I'm just like, that, I really like her, and I'm like,
It took me a while to place her when I first saw her face. I'm like, I know you. Why? Where?
Well, and then you've seen it from the trailers of her and Charlize Theron hooking up, and it's kind of like, oh, it's actually really neat because it's like a same-sex romance that has no fanfare about it, like in the 80s of just like it's never really brought up. It's just like, oh, well, they have sex because, and I'm like, oh, well, that's really interesting. It really does play out like a Bond movie. But then, of course, near the end of her story, it plays out like a Bond movie.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, damn it. Really? So yeah, that was a little more disappointing. I actually have no idea what I would rate this movie overall, because I actually really like everything except for the written story,
Yeah.
which is based off of the comic book. And the comic book is just, I guess the story is just not very interesting.
Well, the problem is that I don't like James McAvoy's character. I just find him obnoxious throughout the whole entire movie. Mm-hmm. I don't think they do nearly as good a job at visual storytelling as they think they're doing.
Yeah.
Because they don't explain shit in this movie, and I feel like I should have been getting more of it then through the visual parts, and I really didn't.
Yeah,
I just feel like a lot of the scenes weren't connected well, where it's like, all right, we're in this scene, now we're in this scene. I don't know why, and I don't know how we got here, but we're here now. Why are we here? Oh, for the plot. Okay, I guess, fine.
Well, then it's got the classic later scene of just like, here's us showing previous scenes before from a new angle to show you like, aha, this was part of the plan the whole time. I'm like, yeah, okay, I guess. And it's not like I wasn't super... I kind of like was more or less... I'm like, okay, I think I know where this is going. Because that ending is just like... It has like... God, it has like 3 different fucking endings.
Yeah.
And I'm like, God damn it, stop twisting and just fucking end already and pick an ending and stick with it. Jesus. So
What
yeah.
a twist indeed.
Yeah, so... I don't know, like, if you enjoy, you some badass action, like, there is some really
It does have really cool action scenes.
really cool action sequences are going on in here. Some really John Wick level stuff. Like, even, I'll even say that, like, some of these action sequences are better than the John Wick fights. Because they, like I said, they show damage of our main hero fighting.
Well, I think we see this scene in the trailers too, but I still really like the scene with the umbrellas. It's a really cool shot.
Yeah, that's really cool spycraft shit. Like, where they're trying to... Because that's, like, 2 spies trying to out-spy each other. And I'm like, okay, this is cool. I like this. Yeah, very... a very interestingly shot film as well. So, but if... I'm not gonna lie, it's about 2 hours, and you're gonna get bored.
Yep.
Especially in that first, like, half hour to, like, 40 minutes is, like, not a lot of the action is happening yet. Mm-hmm. And then, but later it'll be like, okay, you get a little more with it.
It kind of reminds me the bad parts about the American, to be honest.
Oh yeah, well, the American, this had way more action than the American.
True, it did. That's what I'm saying. The bad parts, not the good parts.
Yeah,
because the part that I liked about this movie, the American didn't have.
But we saw another movie too. We saw War for the Planet of the Apes.
We did.
War of the Planet of the Apes, and my god, I always thought that remaking the Planet of the Apes movie was a bad idea from the get-go.
Except the first movie's amazing.
So that first movie is really good. I really like the second movie. You ever see the second movie?
Yeah, we watched them all.
Did we watch them all
We
together?
watched them all.
Okay, because I really like the second movie too. Like maybe not as much as the first one, but still very good.
Weaknesses, but it was still solid.
Yeah. This one is it is very good.
It is.
That technology of like a facial capture design, like what they do with Andy Serkis and like the other apes, where how they show emotion through facial expression, even though that's a CG ape creation.
Yeah.
That might be some of the best fucking acting I've seen in a movie this year from these goddamn apes.
Monkeys.
Yeah, and it's like, don't call them monkey straps. I don't like that. This one was especially like kind of like heartbreaking, and like it's if there's one thing that's negative about this film is that it's kind of a downer.
Yeah. A little bit of emotional roller coaster going on.
Yeah, and that one has like, you know, a really tragic thing happens with like, because the war for the humans is still on because of Koba, his the actions of the previous bad ape, yeah, Caesar is still leading the apes, and he has a kind of a tragic thing happen to him personally.
Yep.
So he's got to go out and go for this seeking for revenge thing, and it really does not work out for him or anybody really, and it's just like it's just shit from there. But really like a harrowing kind of story. If you're going and looking for a war film, it's not actually a war film.
No, it's really not.
It's actually more of a prison escape film, actually. So be ready for that. There's I don't know who played Bad Ape. I remember the hairless, almost hairless ape that they found.
The one had to wear a jacket.
God, he was so funny yet sad.
Yeah,
like he was like the saddest of characters, but yet it was kind of funny. Like I kept laughing at him and his little antics. The idea of like, you know, the humans regressing is actually kind of neat, given an excuse for like why they might end up the way they do in the previous films. They've gone to a point where they can't just say that these are pretty much remakes as well as prequels,
right?
Because they don't really stand time wise or continuity wise with the originals at all. Because it's like the girl in there, Nova. Yeah, that's supposed to be one of the girls from the first Planet of the Apes movies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, where it's like, you know, thousands of years.
Yeah, it doesn't really work then.
So I'm like, yeah, I don't think that's about right. No. Time-wise, I don't think this is working out here.
Maybe when they devolve, they also expand their lifetimes by centuries?
I don't think that's how it works. But,
sure, you know.
But, yeah, anyway, a really strong film. I would highly recommend that one. I thought I had a really fun time watching it. We catch anything else lately?
I don't think so.
No, I kind of wanted to. We did watch Sense8, but I kind of wanted to dedicate a whole episode to that if we could, because Sense8's kind of complex, and I wanted to like talk about it a little more. Overall, I thought season 2 was pretty good, though.
My only disappointment was that it ended, and I'm like, and I know I'm not getting more except for a movie.
Yeah, the movie should. Well, you know what? At the point where it ends, it's kind of like, oh, well, shit has gotten so real that it has to like end almost like right about now.
Yeah. I just like the show so much, though.
Yeah. Way too expensive, though. Like you watching that second season and watching the first. I ended up watching the first season again, and I'm just like, my God, this is an expensive shoot. All these different locations and shooting everything almost 3 to 4 times. Like it's just it would.
I don't envy the editor of this show, but how do they do a good job? Yeah.
Yeah, with that, I think it's pretty much covered everything. We don't have as much news this week because Comic-Con was last week and everything's been
got a lot there.
Yeah, but if we want to move into the news, first up, we got some sad news because Andrea Romano, legendary voice director, has retired. She was the voice director on stuff like Batman the Animated Series, Justice League, a lot of the Bruce Timm DC stuff, Avatar: The Last Airbender, I think she did like the most recent Ninja Turtle stuff as well. If you liked, she did Animaniacs. If you liked something in the 90s, if an animation wise, it was probably her that did the voice direction on it. I would like to compare her to like some of the other directors, like she was the Spielberg of that field, but really that's not quite saying it either, because it would be like if she'd be the Spielberg of her field if there was no one if there was no other directors that you knew the names of other than Spielberg. She was the top,
she was it.
She was top of the top there. So sad to see her putting up I wanted to say putting up the cape, but I guess putting up the mic stand or something, hanging it up.
Hanging out the cowl.
Yeah. But you can't direct forever, I guess. No. So
someone has to pick up that mantle.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see if anyone else comes into prominence, or who will be the go-to now, because I know that she was the go-to voice director for a lot of companies, so it's going to be interesting to see what the shakeup is there. With that, we have some, kind of like not Comic-Con news, but like the after dregs of Comic-Con. Like, oh yeah, also this happened.
The bottom of the barrel.
No, it's just news that wasn't deemed as important to be released during Comic-Con.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I remember I watched Glow recently too, which I really liked. And you were watching like the last couple episodes.
Yeah, what I saw of it was pretty entertaining.
Yeah, there was an actress in there named Sidel Noel.
Okay.
She played the black trainer in the movie. She'll also be in Black Panther later this year.
Okay.
Is this? And she played Cherry in Glow, so that was pretty cool. And very physical actress, and apparently she's going to be in Arrow in the next season.
Oh.
And she's gonna have a recurring role, so she's actually gonna be a little more, a little more prominent than just like a cameo or anything like that.
Okay.
So yeah, that's pretty neat. I am still probably gonna watch Arrow, even though I don't really want to anymore. So it's good to see that there'll be at least people I like in it.
I feel like you've been saying that for a couple of seasons now.
Yeah. I'm pretty much in the tank for it until it's done, apparently. I don't know.
Season 10.
It'll be like you with Supernatural.
I stopped at Season 8, dude.
You stop at Season 8? I have a couple seasons left to go then before I'm completely burned out. We have another Legends of Tomorrow news where Damien Dark is going to be returning to Legends of Tomorrow. And we're going to get a different Damien Dark. I don't know what they mean by different.
Okay, I guess I was not the only one confused then.
We pick up after he's been killed, which is we will have a fun way to bring him back.
Lazarus Pits?
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Lazarus Pits are done though.
Oh.
Yeah, they got rid of that Deus Ex Machina.
That's probably a good thing.
But time travel is still there, so there's that's a universe that always has another Deus Ex Machina.
Or maybe he's going to be an alternate universe one.
Yeah, that would be my guess, is that he's an Earth 2 version of Damien Dark.
Yeah.
See, now, this is a good thing that the Arrowverse shows do, especially Flash, is that if they kill a character, they actually have an easier time bringing them back because of Earth 2. So they bring back a different version of the character where he gets to play. Like, they've done this with Harrison Wells, fucking 3 times. They've done it 3 times with one character. And, it is always fun to see them, another
actor do a different role.
Yeah, and it's really fun, and I actually really like it. That way, we're not afraid to kill characters without having, we can keep the actor around.
Yeah, in case you really liked an actor, but the character wasn't quite good enough to keep around.
God, I hope Merlin stays dead, now that I think about it. Spoilers for last season of Arrow, but fuck Merlin. God damn it. But anyway, I'm excited because Neil McDonough is a really great actor. He's a personal favorite actor of mine. I've loved him ever since I saw him in Justified, where he played Quarles. He's got a real presence that I really like. So, and I thought they really wasted him in the 8th season of Arrow that he was in. And I thought he was a lot better in Legends of Tomorrow, actually.
Yeah.
Like, he was actually a lot more fun. Him and Merlin had a fun antagonistic relationship with Eobard Thawne.
Legends of Tomorrow seems like this really weird thing, where as far as I can tell, like, most other shows that have things like that, is just like, that's where the characters go to die. But this one seems the opposite. We're like, no, we send the characters there to basically be entertaining.
Well, him, Malcolm Merlin, and Eobard Thawne, I guess, was didn't even get a chance to, because it's the actor that, because they had Harrison Wells play him in the first season of Flash, and they didn't switch to that. They switched to the other actor like in the last couple seconds.
Oh.
So they finally gave that actor a chance to play Reverse Flash in Legends of Tomorrow.
Okay.
So it's like this second chance for these characters that are kind of like are a little, either in Merlin's case a little tired, in Damien Dark's case, misused, and in Eobard Thawne's case, weren't barely used at all.
Right.
Excuse me. I mean, and Legends of Tomorrow actually got a lot better in season 2. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call it great or whatever, but its time travel still doesn't make a lick of goddamn sense. But it's a fun watch. I enjoyed it. I got to admit. But yeah, we also have the Legends of Tomorrow are not going to. He won't be the only one returning to Legends of Tomorrow, because Gorilla Grodd will also be returning.
Oh, cool.
For Legends of Tomorrow. That seems fun. I like that.
Yeah,
because I like Gorilla Grodd.
It's a good choice, actually.
Yeah. I kind of like that the villains from like Flash and Arrow get the treatment on Legends of Tomorrow, like, hey, we can have a little more fun with these guys here. It's kind of it's like a playground, basically.
Mm-hmm. A what if story round.
Yeah, and apparently last season ended with them breaking the timeline, where there's like dinosaurs in New York, along with Big Ben hanging off the side. Like shit got really messed up, and they're like, ooh, and like you guys are so terrible at this.
It's kind of your job.
Every time you fix a problem, you create a much worse problem. But anyway, a fun time. I'm actually looking forward to it. The more they talk about season 3, I'm actually looking forward to it more and more. Let's see. Oh yeah, we have in some video game news, we actually have a big designer for BioWare actually passed away.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And apparently he was also designing for Anthem as well. Mm-hmm. And I know he did some front-running work on Dragon Age Origins as well.
Yeah, he's like one of their head developers.
Yeah, he was a part of the development team. He was very much involved. I think he was actually really involved in crafting the combat system for Mass Effect 2 and 3 when they switched over. Okay. From Mass Effect 1's. And yeah, he was very instrumental. So it's sad to see that go. A guy who was so heavily in development for, again, like my favorite franchise ever, which is Mass Effect, and some of my favorite games ever too, because the Dragon Age series games were also really good. Yeah, so that's sad. I'm wondering how far how far into Anthem they were, for designing and stuff. Like how much this is gonna hurt. Like, was he head designer or was he?
I don't know what
part of the team.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Because it might cause a little bit of a shakeup. I mean, I think Anthem's still pretty early in its development, so I don't think
Yeah, but we've seen what happens to BioWare when they get shook up.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Sometimes that can work to the advantage too of other companies. Like a shakeup is good.
True.
BioWare seems to be kind of the inverse. So we'll see. Like they'll have to break the curse at some point. But yeah, with that, I don't really have many more stories here because again, we just came off the sleuth, the deluge that was Comic-Con, and. Yeah, so with that...
Well, I did have one thing, at least.
Do you have one?
Something that got announced that I'm excited for.
Okay, cool, yeah, go for it.
Was that the one MMO I actually play, Guild Wars 2, we're just like, yep, we're going to announce our next expansion. Like, it was last week. I'm like, oh, sweet, I love those games, so I can't... I stopped playing for a little bit, but only for, the last current season of their living world, which is where they just keep adding free story content, which is kind of awesome. Mm-hmm. And I just missed that last like season of it, and I'm like, oh, cool! Like, I can't wait to see what's happening next. So they reveal it. It was awesome. I can't wait to play it. And they're like, yeah, coming out September 22nd. I'm like,
holy shit! That's
like super soon.
Really, really fast in game development time.
Yeah, well, I think they've probably been working on it since the previous expansion came out, but the fact that they were only announcing it now is kind of surprising.
Yeah, pretty surprising that didn't get leaked out at all.
I mean, we kind of had a vague idea that they were making an expansion, but the fact that it was coming out that soon is surprising. And apparently, like, I think it's next weekend, the, 10th and 11th or something like that, they're gonna actually have, a beta almost open for it.
That's always a nice surprise. I do kind of like. I wish sometimes that would happen more. Is that we wouldn't get announcements 2 to 3 years out from a game,
right?
Because I just get sick of fucking waiting, and that's like, god damn it! It feels like this game is never coming out.
Yeah, it's a little bit more hype now because I've been going back into the game I gotta get caught up now. Let's get going.
I think that's another main reason I like Telltale games so much, because the Batman game, the season just got announced and we're getting that one later this month.
Yeah,
and I'm like, oh fuck yeah, all right, let's do this.
It kind of adds to the hype.
Yeah,
when you have less time, you have less time to digest it, so you're like, yes,
and yeah, you're still riding that emotional kind of high by the time you're actually playing it. Yeah, I do appreciate it. Well, with that, we're going to take a small musical break, and we're going to get set up for the trailer talks here. So, you know what? We're going to actually go in. Tom, load up the trailers.
Yo, Tom from Toonami here. You're listening to the UGO podcast, and I hope y'all are ready, because Trailer Talk starts now.
And thank you, Tom, for loading up those trailers. Man, love that guy.
It's awesome.
So cool. He does that for us every week.
We should pay him more.
Or at all. But anyway, you ready to talk about the trailers for this week, Travis?
Sure.
We don't have much for this week because we only have a couple things left over. We have one left over from Comic-Con I didn't get to before.
All right.
But we also have the new Death Wish movie. You watched the original Death Wish?
I don't think so.
With Charles Bronson? They're pretty good movies. Yeah, I like them. They're basically like Punisher before we made Punisher.
Oh.
Yeah. His family gets murdered. He gets vengeance. Very, very,
sounds like Punisher.
Yeah. Jeff Goldblum is a villain in it.
Oh, that's fun.
Very, very early Jeff Goldblum role. Yeah, it's real fun. We'll watch it one time. It's good. It's a good time. Anyway, yeah, they're remaking it with our buddy Bruce Willis. I actually I had no idea they were fucking remaking this movie.
Nah, stuck up on you, huh?
So yeah, I actually have I had no idea what's this even about. I saw this on my queue. I'm like, oh, this is really neat. Let's give it a watch here and see what's going on.
Boom, boom.
We gotta talk about what's happening in Chicago.
When isn't things happening in Chicago? I mean, come on.
He stopped the carjacking. Is he right for taking the law into his own hands?
No.
Folk hero.
What about the shooter?
You look like a white dude.
Looked like a white dude.
I love my family. But when they needed me most.
911, what is your emergency?
There's men, they're breaking into my house. I think they're here. No.
I failed to protect them.
Dad, where's Mom?
The men who did it are out there. So there's nothing that you can do? Is that what you're saying?
If a man really wants to protect what's his,
I want to buy a gun.
he has to do it for himself.
Well, you are white, so I can only sell you 13.
We're closed, pal.
Oh.
You killed my wife. Who else was there?
I don't know anything else.
I believe you, Joe.
But you're not gonna kill me.
No. Jack is.
What?
That was pretty bad.
The ice cream man done it.
The ice cream man.
Can't walk to school if you don't work for him.
Who are you? Your last customer.
Yeah, kind of realizing Bruce Willis is looking a little bit old.
Yeah.
You're cocked, locked, and ready to rock.
I'll say.
They called him a guardian angel.
He saved my life.
You look much better. Getting out, socializing.
Sure. It's all that.
Not so much.
Well, whatever you're doing, keep it up.
Okay, I will.
All right, so that was the trailer for Death Wish. And it's coming out in November. That's really early.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not a very good sign, too.
Man, I am not digging on this trailer
No,
at all.
there's not much to it that I liked.
Well, look, I mean, I don't know. It's been a while since I watched the original Death Wish movies, and it had a bunch of sequels, too, so I'm not gonna, go on like it was this great franchise or anything, but it was a really solid little revenge film that was really dirty and, like, really, like, fucking, Punisher.
Yeah.
And it's like, it was gritty level serious, and
It's Punisher light at best.
it feels weird to me that Bruce Willis is cracking so many goddamn jokes after his wife gets killed. I mean, I get like I even get the Jack's gonna kill you line, even though it's shitty.
That's pretty bad.
It's not like he's laughing at his own joke. There's a couple points in this trailer where he's laughing at his own goddamn jokes.
No one was laughing at that joke.
Like, haha, that was pretty good, wasn't it? Like, shut up, Bruce. There was one moment that kind of reminded me of the original one, which was like, who are you? I'm your last customer, and then he like pulls out he whips the gun out and kills the guy immediately. I'm like, okay, that reminds me of the first Death Wish movie, so it's not like it's bereft of it. I don't know. I feel like this movie got away. Like, I feel like Bruce Willis got in the set of this movie. I'm like, I'm fucking Bruce Willis, and this is what I'm doing, and I don't like it. So, yeah, I don't really have much else to say other than my visceral, like, first reaction is, ooh, this feels very wrong to me.
Yeah.
And I don't like it very much.
And again, like, it's funny because we were just talking about how we wish that movies and games would give us less time to digest things.
Yeah.
This is not a good sign that this is coming out in November and we're seeing the first trailer now.
No, I don't know. That it does not bode well for me. No. And I'm a big fan of revenge movies and stuff. I really dig that genre. It doesn't take a lot for me to get behind a guy.
Well, most of the time those genres are pretty simple.
Yeah. That and this, it looks a little too slick. Like, it's shot a little too slick. Like, it should be a little grittier. It should be a little more. But I don't know. I don't want Death Wish to be like this, crazy like action movie. Like, it should be a little more personal and like. And I don't know. Like, it should be to this level where I'm really sympathetic with this guy, even though he is breaking the law and kind of becoming a monster himself.
Right.
Like, that's the thing of like, oh my god, this guy is like, he's almost got nothing left in him because his family was his humanity, and now he's got nothing left in it. Like, that's the feeling that I should get, rather than it's fun to watch Bruce Willis kill people, right?
Not really.
Yeah. Okay. We'll mark that one up as a disappointment. But should we move on to our next one?
Sure, hopefully it's better.
This one was also a Comic-Con one, I believe, or at least came out at the same time as the Comic-Con one, but we had so many trailers that we didn't get a chance to get to it. But we do have our next trailer for the movie It.
Oh.
Yeah, we should see what that's all about. See if we gotta give it, because we watched the first one.
Yeah.
I forgot how we felt about the first one.
I don't remember particularly liking it. I feel like we saw a teaser and
Did we see a teaser?
I think we saw a teaser and a trailer.
Fuck, I don't remember now.
When you're a kid, you think the universe revolves around you.
Yes, because your scope of reality is smaller.
Be protected and cared for.
Is this It, or is this Stand By Me?
One day,
It's a good question, actually.
you realize that's not true.
Yeah, I like the cloud in the background.
Because when you're alone as a kid, the monsters see you as weaker. You don't even know they're getting closer.
That was a neat shot. I actually kind of like that balloon in the back.
Nope.
Whoa. Damn.
My grandfather thinks this town is cursed.
I'd say.
That all the bad things that happen in this town are because of one thing. An evil thing.
Not the Legos.
George, you tracking water in here again.
If you'll come with me, you'll float too.
I saw something.
The ring?
The clown. Yeah, I saw him too. You'll float too.
What happens when another Georgie goes missing? Or one of us? Are you just gonna pretend it isn't happening like everyone else in this town? If we stick together, we'll win.
Ugh.
My God.
That's nightmare fuel. Don't move. Stop moving.
Oh, that move in the background.
Okay, that kind of ruins it, actually.
That one wasn't as good.
No,
But that one, but you saw him move in the background, right?
Yeah.
Where he turned his head.
That's why I said don't move, don't move.
That was fucking awesome. Okay, that trailer was a lot better.
Yeah. In a lot better, focus, I think.
Yeah, well, and it more or less didn't rely as much on jump scares, like that whole where Georgie, where he first meets with Georgie and he's got he offers him the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's way creepier as they just looking at the thing, telling him to, take it.
Yeah,
take it.
it's creepy.
It's way scarier than just the jump
boo!
scare. Than just boo. It's way creepier to me. I'm like, oh, fuck me. Then we finally get a good look at this clown. This guy, holy shit, he is actually really...
It's kind of scary.
He is scary looking. It's actually that same... You remember... damn it. I don't remember his name. He's in the new movie Detroit, but we saw him in The Maze Runner. He was like the head kind of... He was like the bully in the Maze Runner.
Okay.
That was and he was also in We Are the Millers. And apparently that's the same guy, and he's got this... He has this interesting forehead of his, where his face is like a third forehead. It's just all of just crazy amount of forehead going on. He's also really big. Like when we see that her grab the girl who is the tallest one of the group, and he towers over her. That whole room with the clowns, I was just where he is walking into the room, I'm like, no. Definitely not.
I really hope that's just a cut for the trailer and that's not actually what happens in the movie, because that's a really creepy scene that I feel really ruins it if they do just do that. Oh my god, he's coming after you now.
Yeah. Man, because when you see it in the background where his head turns, God, it gave me the chills.
Yeah.
It really did. I was like, oh shit, this is effective. Yeah, I gotta say this trailer is way more impressive to me than the previous one. It's much more focused on just basically this clown in the background in most of it, and then even the parents are like you see the parents just drive off after when they're getting bullied by those kids, just well, whatever, not my problem. What the fuck?
Up.
The fuck, man? You don't need to help all these goddamn kids? What the hell's wrong with you guys?
No, there's obviously something wrong with this town other than it being haunted by a clown.
Yeah, well, apparently in the original, from what I remember from the original TV movie, it was always the town, it was a big conspiracy theory that apparently the more you talked about Pennywise, it might it actually might give him power or something.
Oh, it's some kind of Beetlejuice.
So they let him take they let him take certain kids or whatever and just don't talk about it so that he can eventually go back to not being around.
Okay.
It's they sacrifice those kids or whatever.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, I know. It's really fucked.
I think you just stop having children after a while then. But then again, maybe take adults then, who knows?
Well, they're kids in a Stephen King universe. All adults are all evil.
True.
That's the narrative of every Stephen King book that has a fucking kid in it, is that all adults are evil or incompetent and I have to take care of shit myself.
Basically.
But yeah, I'm actually way more excited to actually see that movie now, which is very interesting because I'm not even a huge fan of the It TV.
Now, isn't this going to be 2 movies where they grow up to be the second movie?
Yeah. And that might actually be kind of that's ambitious to me.
Yeah.
Where the first movie is just them being kids and they do defeat it as kids. That's the part of the
point, actually.
Yeah. And then later it comes back to get them, and that's the part of the story that we're seeing that's not, like, because the rest of it's, like, in the book it's, like, all in flashback or whatever.
Right.
And
that's what's actually happening.
So
now.
this will be more like we're seeing this, we'll be seeing this part, which would have been the flashbacks in the other one first. We're just seeing that one first, and then the next movie will be them as adults dealing with it again. Which I think might be an interesting idea, because from what I remember, those are two distinctly different stories that have two definitive endings.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're really leaving things off on a definitive note. Like, that's the first time.
The first movie will have an ending.
The first one they do defeat it, like, eventually. I mean, I assume it would be hard to, like, do a movie with so much time later. Maybe their kids do it in the next movie or something. Because I assume that they would defeat him the first time around in order to, and then dealing with them while they're older, it would be interesting, because then that's two different time periods as well. So it's interesting on a lot of levels. I feel like that's pretty ambitious, and I kind of like it. With that, should we move on to our last trailer?
Sure.
Because we got one more here. We got our buddy Matt Damon. Matt Damon. He's in something called Suburbicon. I'm not sure. This is a George Clooney directed film, I believe.
Yes.
So this is slightly interesting. Let's give that a watch.
Welcome to Suburbicon, a town of great wonder and excitement.
Hey there.
Built with the promise of prosperity for all.
Nicky, you need to get up. There are men in the house. Son, there's something I have to tell you. Those men killed your mom.
We've decided it'd be best if your Auntie Margaret came and stayed with us.
Nicky needs a mother.
We'll be strong. We'll be fine.
Mr. Lodge?
Yes.
You know a character named Rizzoli? He's a loan shark. If you were into the mob for money, that might explain.
No, my name's Rizzoli.
Hi, pal.
God damn.
This is the last time that
it's like his glasses try to escape his face.
Uh-oh. Oh, ow. No.
These animals took everything from us. I have to make decisions like what's best for the family.
Is that what you're doing?
Any progress on the investigation?
A mobster got killed a couple of days ago.
That sucks.
I'm sorry for his loss.
Life? Yeah, I guess he probably is too.
I'm here to collect. What do you want? I want all of it. All of it.
Nothing like this ever happens here. This is a safe place. It was.
Would you like a cup of coffee?
What's she doing, drugs?
Jesus.
I could have you killed in no time. I could kill you, too.
What the fuck?
Now, here's the thing. That is a weird fucking trailer.
Really weird.
And it's directed by George Clooney, and I think he's only directed one film before at the very early in his career. But the writers have me very interested in, because the writers are the Coen brothers.
Coens, right.
And they always do write a very interesting story. And this one is obviously this guy who we're supposed to, like, I guess we're supposed to think is just this kind of mild-mannered guy gets in it with the mob, and he suddenly starts to kill them and gets in a little over his head.
I just don't know. It's like the tone of this movie is supposed to be.
How much you want to bet that it'll be the twist at the end of the movie that he ended up killing the mom in the first place? Like, it was actually not the mob people.
He kind of looks like he would, honestly.
Like, I don't know. I'm thinking that was the thing.
Especially since he does have that line that kind of, it's really weird line of, these men killed your mom. Like, to a kid. I'm like, you don't talk to a kid like that.
We have Julianne Moore in there too as the sister character. I think, and she looks like she's gonna get on it like with like I don't know how much goddamn drugs. So she's like, hey, can you have some coffee? And then she starts to grind up. I don't even know how many drugs that is.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, Jesus, that's way too many.
There's at least 6.
Because you're gonna kill somebody. It looked like even the kid was flipping a knife around.
Yeah, the knife flipping around.
Yeah,
like,
I was like, is he in this too?
It's a murder
what's going
family,
on here?
actually. Whole murder family.
We're gonna murder as a family, sons. This is family time. It's, you'll think about this later, telling your kids when they murder people. I love Matt Damon as well. He's always gives a really good performance. Yeah, I think that the Coen brothers are always really good, especially from a writing perspective of writing really compelling characters. And I like the kind of style of the trailer as well, like the song going on in it. It's gonna makes it a little more upbeat, which I'm pretty sure it's actually probably gonna be more of a little down character. Like,
that's why the tone of the trailer is so confused. I'm like, I feel like it's not supposed to be as like catchy as it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it might be a little bit misleading there. I love where he gets hit in the face and the glasses break. I don't know how they did that or whatever. If they got they probably had prosthetic guys like with 2 different strings on different ends of the room, just pull them apart because they fly off his face. like oh shit!
Like I can't imagine that guy just screaming Falcon Punch.
Fuck. Yeah, I'm actually really interested to see that. I really think that'll be a fun time either way.
I think I'd see a different trailer.
I don't know. You ever seen a bad Coen Brothers film or a Coen Brothers film that you didn't think was at least worth watching? Because I love most of their output. They're a rare miss to be sure. So I think I'll give them the benefit of the doubt.
I don't know. I really think I just have to see another trailer for this because this either feels like it's really weird tonally or this trailer is very misleading.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that was all the trailers I had for today.
Alright.
Why don't we take a small musical break and we'll be back with our interview with Ashley Moreno right after this.
Let's do it.
It's just one of those days where you don't want to wake up. Everything is fucked. Everybody sucks. You don't really know why, but you want to justify ripping someone's head off. No human contact. And if you interact, your life is on contract. Your best bet is to stay away, motherfucker. It's just one of those days.
And welcome to the UGO podcast. Getting another interview here in Austin. Lovely Austin. I'm here with the equally lovely
Ashley Moreno.
And Ashley Moreno of the TV Dudes. I suppose you'd be more of a TV dudette, though.
I suppose so. Yeah, a little antiquated name. I'm gonna have to take that up with Grant and
I would.
Andy. Yeah, definitely.
You guys have an HR department, or?
Yeah, lots of forms. It's a very formal process. I think it goes through less.
You go through less?
Yeah, so I don't know what his filing system is like, but
I don't know. I think it goes next to his time travel charts, so I'm thinking it's probably really cluttered. But yes, we wanted to have you on because I've collected so many interviews with the other TV dudes. I wanted to try and catch them all at Pokemon style. The only one I don't have is Kyle because he fled the continent so that I couldn't get him.
It's your Pokemon style. Yeah, you have to fly to South Africa to get him.
I know, but now I have to beat the Indigo League to unlock Kanto to go.
It's the different version, is what it is.
Okay,
it's by the different version.
Where do the Orange Islands fit in on this? Anyway, we are here to talk with a little bit about your work for the TV Dudes, and I understand you work for the Austin Chronicle as well as a writer, right?
I do, yeah. It's the alt weekly here in town. So I do mostly books, screens, interactive, comedy, stuff like that. So video games, comic books, jokes.
Very cool. So if someone wanted to check out your piece, they just go to you have a digital, an online version. I'm assuming.
Yeah. We have, I think, a print circulation of 90,000, but I'm sure most people probably read it online. And it's austinchronicle.com.
Very cool. So what do you what's your writing style like? Like, what do you keep it like fluffy? Is it kind of like, or do you get really in depth to some of the nerd stuff? Like, what's my nerd level got to be like to keep up with your writing?
Not high in the Chronicle. So, especially with some of the niche things, a lot of that stuff will be an introduction to someone, for potentially someone who hasn't seen this stuff before. Because we're the Alt Weekly for all of Austin, and so we cover, politics, usually left-leaning type things, through, like, comedians who are coming into town. So if your average person on the street picks it up and it would just had no idea what he's looking at, we probably would have the first paragraph would explain it. Yeah.
Okay, well that sounds fun. I'll have to check it out a little bit more. And of course, you do some great work for the TV Dudes, so that must be fun, right?
Oh yes, excellent work indeed. Yeah.
I love how like for the writing, she's all like, yeah, whatever, I do this, but then for the TV Dudes, like, yes, it's quite good, my good man.
Yeah, it's my English counterpart. It's my classiest side. I take to Randy's house once a week.
I love it. So, and you're one of the rotating co-hosts of about 3. Am I correct?
I am. Yeah, I would love to do more. I'm a little mired in things right now. It's a time requirement, but yeah, I love doing it. It's super fun, and I am really honored that they asked me. Of course. Yes, and obviously I'm a fan. If you don't remember, I write in every once in a while. Oh, with I enjoy reading the comments. Yeah, the alternate ending stories for the TV Revenge updates. Yes, for the various TV Revenge updates. I guess mostly Marvel, I think, or the ones I've read. I think it was mostly. I had I had a couple superhero ones. They started with Game of Thrones revenge plots. And this is the friend that that I keep referencing in them is actually sitting to our right here.
Yep, it was my mom who started it all.
Yeah, so
I can validate there is a guy here. He appears to have a mom. So witness. Let's again, I get crazy. At some point, he had a mom. Oh. Too real. First thing in the morning. It's not first thing in the morning. I had a long night as well. It's the afternoon. You can go ahead and drop truth bombs.
But yeah, so obviously I love listening to TV Dudes. I love listening to you on there. And I love you got the cutest laugh like ever. Like I listen to a lot of podcasts and your laugh, like it makes me laugh constantly, which is really troublesome because I listen at work when I'm not supposed to. So you're getting me a lot of weird looks at work. I just want you to every time you think about it, when you laugh, you think Nick's somewhere right now, just like, oh shit, I'm trying to get away from his boss, the supervisor, to try and hide that snicker.
Weird looks at work is something I'm very good at. It's a pastime of mine. Yeah.
And anyway, we're going to pause this really quick because I need to get rid of this freaking buzzsaw next to us. So we're going to move locations really quick. We'll be right back. And welcome back. Thanks for hanging with us in there. We are now sitting in a nice lobby lounge. We had a fun elevator ride. It was quick. We liked it. We saw some really sanitized advertising. It was enlightening. So I thought it was added to the atmospheres. But we're ready to kick back up again. Where were we? What were we talking about? The TV Dudes. The Travis might having not maybe a mom. We're not sure. Maybe he was grown in a test tube. But yes, obviously I love listening to the TV Dudes, and I think I love the fact that even when you don't like something, like even when it sounds like you hate something, it's hard for me to tell because your voice is just like it sounds like the same even when it's like, my God, guys, this episode of Better Call Saul was so good, right? It was so good, and then it'll be like, oh, this Arrow is fucking terrible, right, guys? It's so fucking terrible. It's awful. I hope they die. And you have the same kind of tone of voice. So I'm like, man, I really like listening to this, even though what she's saying is very negative.
Yeah, sometimes I have a hard time. If I just really didn't like something, I'd prefer to just talk about something else. And so I think sometimes it can be hard if I have mixed thoughts on something or I didn't like it, or it's just like, wait a minute. So she hated it.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it. I like a good shit talking now and then, so I like it. But what TV shows are you enjoying right now that are in airing, I guess?
Yeah, let's see. So most recently, I finished Orange Is the New Black.
The new season.
Yeah, the new season. Which, speaking of having some mixed thoughts, I had mixed feelings on. I don't know about you guys.
I haven't caught it yet, but the last season, I don't know. With Orange is the New Black, it's weird because I feel like the less they focus on the main character, the more I like the show.
Oh, for sure.
Because I find Piper, she's getting more and more insufferable rather than less, and I don't think that's a good structure for a show. But the side characters are so good, like Tasty. I love Tasty like all the time. Pusey, Pensatucky, like they're like my favorite people to hang with. Like I'm like, man, being in jail might not be too bad if I get to hang with these people. They seem interesting. Well, then again, I wouldn't be able to see their flashbacks, their backstories. So I guess that wouldn't be.
That is true. You'd have to be like an omniscient, prisoner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have mixed feelings on it, but how's the new season?
Yeah, I've always really loved the show. I totally agree. It's a little strange that all of this had to start because of Piper's story, because it is by far the least interesting. Yeah, for sure. But this season, this season takes place I want to say 10. Don't quote me on that. Episodes. The whole season takes place over the course of a 3-day riot at Litchfield. So a riot breaks out.
That's right. 'Cause where we left off, a lot of stuff had gone down, and like tensions were pretty high, to say the least.
Yeah, for sure. And so it erupts into a riot, and it was an interesting premise. Like I liked them trying to think about like, hey, what can we do that's different, but. Not to say the show has ever been so like photorealistic that this is like it went from the History Channel to like, whatever, something on, something completely ridiculous. But it kind of feels a little bit like they jumped the ship on this one. Like,
really?
Yeah, some stuff happens that seems so far-fetched that it wouldn't be in this universe. So it was a little bit of a universe shift. I don't know how much in detail we want to talk about of the different episodes, but just some things happen that is a pretty big tone shift, I think, for the show.
Sure. Well, it sounds interesting to me because 10 episodes is a long time to focus on one riot, even if it does take place over like I'm assuming it takes place over a course of a few days, right?
Right. Yeah, absolutely. And it starts from there and gets weirder.
I mean, well, I guess there's different segments of like different levels of rioting. So I guess that you could have different segments and different things. But I'm trying to think about how the show works with all the different each episode focusing on a different character and their experiences and how it's reflecting their backstories, like their flashbacks and stuff, but they're all having the same basic experience in the riot, so I feel like that's a little weird. But I haven't watched it, but I do want to give it a try because I do like the show.
Yeah, it's solid. There's so much to recommend it, and overall, I would still say I like the season. It's really cool. I'll be curious to see what they do next. It ends in a cliffhanger, so I don't think they're donezo or anything.
Well, does Piper accidentally start an Aryan gang in this one?
No, she has recovered from her accidental leadership in the Aryan Nation, which is obviously for the better.
Okay, so maybe then I will give it a shot. At least they got that right.
Yeah. They steered away from that. And I would say that her role in the season is pretty small. Tasty, you mentioned, is one of my favorite characters. I also really love Boo. And
Boo.
Yeah, they have huge roles in this season. So if you're a big fan of them, then...
I love Travis. Travis doesn't watch the show. She's like, "What characters you taught? Tasty, Boo."
I know what the characters are.
I have Tumblr. I know what they are. Anything else that's really exciting?
Yeah. So let's see. In the brief period I had, I'm kind of taking classes on the side. So brief period between semesters, I also finished Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt and the new season of Archer.
Oh, okay. I got it because I'm behind on Kimmy Schmidt, but I am in the progress. I'm gonna binge watch it all in one because I love Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt so much.
Yeah, it's solid. I really enjoyed the season a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that is a show where it's like I forget the main actress's name, but she has a smile that's like somehow way too big to physically be on her face.
Yeah.
It's like defies physics. It's like, how is your smile that fucking big? And yeah, the new season of Archer, I actually kind of fell off on it.
I did too.
Did you? I love Archer.
I love Archer too, and
I even liked Archer Vice. I'm one of the weird people that liked Archer Vice.
I liked Archer Vice too.
Yeah,
I liked the idea that, like, you know, as you're pushing season 5, season 6, season 7, and it's getting a little stale. Well, this is a cartoon, so and especially like for their artist and their writer, he wants to try something new, a different style. Then that's super awesome that you can just switch it like that. And so I was totally open to the kind of film noir sort of setting that season 7 has. It just got kind of boring a little bit, and it wasn't until actually today that I finished off the first 2 episodes. I was a little hungover this morning and eating leftover lasagna, and I was like, "This is a task only Archer can handle."
See, I got like halfway through, and Archer's used to be one of those shows that I like day of, like I gotta watch it. And I don't know about this season because it's the noir thing. Like it has its moments, it has its themes that I like, but I don't know about you, but I think the thing that gets me is that they keep trying to make the older jokes work in this setting, and they're kind of sometimes if you can feel them bending over backwards, like to make them work.
Yeah, for sure. A little laziness kind of feeling of like relying on some of their.
I wasn't going to say it, but I'm glad you did. Like,
yeah, I love the look of it, and obviously I still watched it all.
There's only one season left, right?
I think so. I think they said they were going to do a season 8.
Yeah, two shorter seasons. They're Game of Thronesing it, basically.
Yeah, this will be a great opportunity, too, to get some comments when we get corrected on that.
Yeah. I'm sure the internet will be understanding and very forgiving about it.
Yeah, that's one thing I've come to know the internet to be, is very forgiving, not needing to point out flaws or mistakes in interviews.
I should ask about that. Your interview with fans, with listeners and stuff, like the questions and stuff. Do you have do you interact with fans on a regular basis, or?
Yeah, not as much as probably Randy and Grant do. If I do see somebody commenting on something, I definitely try to respond on the podcast, on One of Us, on TV Dudes, that kind of thing. Because the Chronicle is online, people can leave comments there. Since, although it is an alt weekly, it's still, more journalistic work. It's the journalistic side of video game reporting. I usually don't respond, so there'll be comments, and nerds will get into arguments over.
That's probably it's probably good to stick up above the fray on that one.
Yes, I don't dive into that.
Are you excited for any TV shows coming back, like in the new summer? Like summer, anything coming up for you?
Let's see.
I mean, I know we're all excited for Game of Thrones coming back.
Yeah, obviously Game of Thrones. I'm kind of a Game of Thrones super fan. I love the books. I love the adaptation of it. I just think it's fabulous.
I'm working through my 4th time watching the series, and I'm getting this guy over here. He's watching it with me, and we're getting him caught up for the latest season.
We have like 1 episode left before caught up to what's out.
Yeah.
He hasn't seen the Cersei power dress yet.
Just solid. I like sewing a lot and crafting and making costumes, and I saw that and I was like, oh, so you guys are professionals.
I mean, I wear a power tie when I go to work, but she
rock it. It's very intimidating.
I think so. I like to wear it especially when I punish nuns that have wronged me. I feel like it sends a message, as a superior.
Well, you don't walk into your nun torturing tower not wearing a power tie. It would be a very strange decision.
No, I don't want people to look at me and I just go like, shame,
Yeah, exactly. People need to take that seriously.
We don't have a bell. I was like, I gotta find this bell somewhere. Get it in. If there's anything this interview needs, it's more cowbell.
Well, that's the beauty of post. Put it in post.
In post, we're totally getting the cowbell. I'm gonna do some
high budget podcasting.
You don't even know. I'm gonna ADR this shit.
I have complete confidence.
I'm gonna soundboard and everything. We'll throw in a couple Hong Kongs on a Wooga. We'll keep it classy.
Nice. I'm basically picturing in Parks and Rec the douches production guy. I'm picturing Travis sitting with a complete straight face as he's like Awooga on the side, but expressionless.
Yeah.
The joy of the fart noise. It doesn't bring you any joy anymore. It's just more rigmarole.
Just buttons.
Yeah. It's just a kid's keyboard at this point.
So Is it like I'm wondering how the TVDs work. Is it a rotating thing? Like, do you all take turns? Is it more specific to what you're talking about that they grab you for specific shows?
Yeah, it's a rotating thing. So Randy kind of puts out a schedule, and hopefully him and Grant can be on every one, or one of them tries to be. And then a little bit, it's the shows that we're into, and when people have time, they kind of come in. And so usually an email goes out, and it's a rotating thing. And Les is schooling all of us. But I think they try to kind of have like the next week with somebody different. But, Les is just a podcasting powerhouse, so he outdoes us.
Yeah, we did an interview with him. He's a real fun guy. Man, you can talk to that guy forever.
Yeah, he has opinions.
Yeah. I opened up like, you like time travel? Like, how much time you got?
Yeah. Did you guys ever see that movie, A Beautiful Mind?
Yes.
Yeah, when like they really realize the shit hit the fan, they go in and there's just like
there's everywhere strings everywhere.
Yeah, that's what his living room looks like. I've been there.
It's different strings connected to the DeLorean from Back to the Future to like the time machine with Guy Pearce.
Yeah, with Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey has like several circles around it. Like, Bill is the key.
Bill is the key. What does be excellent to each other really mean? Yeah. So yeah, he's kind of known as the time travel guy. I guess Randy's like the superhero dog show guy, and Grant is the guy who likes to watch shows that he has to justify the endings for. Lost.
In fairness, he appreciates surrealism, perhaps, in his television.
Yeah.
And no ending.
I mean, surreal, that's a good thing he appreciates. I call it that he's easily conned, but...
Yeah, that too, actually. You can do it with only 2 cards. Yeah, you don't even need 3-card Monty to catch him on a bad day.
You can catch Grant in 2-card Monty.
Correct. It's not hard.
Man, I hope he doesn't listen to this. Who are kidding? He's not listening to this. Fuck that guy. Love you, Grant. Come on the podcast again.
Me as well. But I see you tonight. I think we're going to karaoke.
Awesome. Yeah, so is there anything that you're really like a specific kind of genre that you love in TV? That really gets you.
Yeah, I think I'm probably, this is going to seem cliche since I'm also the only lady TV dude, but I really like period pieces quite a bit. I like big costumes and things like that, and I think I might be alone on that one. It's one cool thing about being on One of Us because I have Elliot with me on the cartoons and the cute stuff and the huge costumes.
See, I like cartoons and and costumes as well. Like I even watched Hell on Wheels for like a whole half season before I realized.
Shit, I didn't even get that.
Yeah, because I was like, man, the show is boring, but these sets are really cool. Look at how detailed everything is.
You're just like, this is craftsmanship, y'all. This is something to appreciate.
Bring out my inner metrosexual right now, and I love that. I think that was that our first y'all on a podcast in Austin.
No, I can't.
I feel like it almost can't have been, but yet I can't remember it.
They've all blended together at this point.
It doesn't.
Yeah. You guys are just going to leave with a second-person plural and a breakfast taco in each hand.
Yeah. Oh shit. We're gonna combine our garbage Wisconsinite accents with a hick kind of like, oh hey y'all, how's it going?
We'll take their tacos home and introduce them to real cheese. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
I do have to say, y'all got some good cheese there. I've never been to Wisconsin, but I have had this cheese brought to me, and it holds up.
Well, we would have brought you some, but the TSA agent stopped us.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're real dicks these days. Yeah.
Ours was very specific. Like, do you have any cheese and cheese on you?
No, it was just blocks. I think we could have got
cheese blocks.
If we would have sliced it, we would have been fine.
Mm-hmm. Is it how you cut the? Are they worried about cutting cheese for purity? Is that where we're at now? Like, sorry, I got a bad batch of cheese, and I tripped balls for a whole weekend.
Yeah, this is our tax dollars in action.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Oh, so I guess back to kind of what we were talking a little bit about things. So I think I am the only one who really likes The Crown, for example, of my like embarrassing niche things. If we were going to pick on Grant, I love The Crown. I love that show. I can't wait for the next season.
I haven't watched The Crown, but I was dating a girl that made me watch a lot of Rain.
Oh, I didn't watch that.
Oh God, it was. I still sometimes I get like I have fever dreams about it. Like I'm still watching it and I can't escape watching it. And I'm just like, no, oh my God, no! I'm gonna have to watch this chick choose between 2 perfect dudes that both really love her forever.
Just just have like flashbacks. You're like a nom-vet.
What can I do? I mean, you're super hot, but you're super grizzled, and you're kind of a nice guy, but you're kind of a bad boy. And then I wake up in a cold sweat, like, oh, thank God. Oh,
Sitting up in your bed, like, bad boy. Oh,
yeah.
God.
Yeah. But the twist is that I'm in a movie theater watching Twilight, and I'm like, no.
Oh, yeah, you can't recover from that. You have to live there now.
No.
Yeah, you can't come back to polite society after a situation like that. We won't have you, not even in Texas.
Well, but to speak to period pieces, I'm guessing you're a fan of Westworld then.
I love Westworld.
Oh,
I love it so much.
We're crazy about Westworld. We like it a lot.
And that's actually one thing. So one wonderful thing about Grant is that he will brave the dark sectors of the internet to find fan theories and things. And so not being super into The Leftovers, I can't appreciate his hard curating skills and researching skills. So that's one awesome thing about Westworld is that he is a treasure trove of fan theories around Westworld.
I took notes while I watched Westworld just to compare to Grant's. Like when I listened in, I was like, I wanted like every time I would finish an episode of Westworld, I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait for like Thursday or Friday when the TV Dudes episode comes up and I get to hear about all these theories that I didn't think of yet.
It's like it makes me think of that episode of Seinfeld where he's going to try to lie under the lie detector test that he doesn't watch, and so he goes to George Costanza, the world's best liar.
You have to.
It's not a lie
if you believe it.
If you believe it. I can just see you like taking your notes and your scribbles and your string to Grant, being like, "What do you think?"
And then Les comes in and is just like, "Oh, are we doing the time travel?" Like, no, this is a different psychotic.
Not
map.
Everything's about you, Les.
Damn.
You can't make fun of Les. He vindicated you with the Arrowverse.
That's true.
I did. He did. But I feel like I think now I'm starting to think that everyone else is crazy and me and Les are right about Arrow being.
So you're going with the time travel guy on that you're right.
Look, a broken clock is right twice a day, and that's before we add in time travel to it. I mean, then I'm thinking maybe it could be even right a lot more times a day. I don't know how time travel works.
It's complicated.
We'll ask Les about it.
Yeah, that actually, I'm going to have to defer to my colleague on that one. I think it's a good question for him too.
We'll definitely, when we bring him back on, we'll ask him that specific thing. The world wants to know, Les.
Yeah, I want to know. That's awesome.
Yeah, but so I know we're getting like a lot of movie adaptations and stuff of like TV shows. Like Fargo is surprisingly good. Well, I shouldn't say surprising with a team behind it, but but even still, it's so good. And then we have the American Gods adaptation now, and it's
What do you guys think of that?
Yeah, I only caught the first episode. I'm really into the aesthetic of it, like the feel of it. I'm like, ooh, this looks really good. The blood is
a little odd, right?
Star.
Yeah, it's a little odd.
That's the one thing. It's like, can we get HBO blood? But the rest of the Stars aesthetic actually works kind of nice on it, and I like it. But like when it comes to the blood, I'm like, I don't want Ash versus the Evil Dead right now. I want gritty. But it's a small thing. I don't know how big of a deal it is in the rest of the episodes.
Yeah, it's a complaint I have as well. Just that kind of. Yeah, it gets a little ridiculous. I really liked episode 2, so I'm a huge fan of the book. I love Neil Gaiman's writing in general.
I really like it as well. I just listened. I listened to it on audiobook for the first time, last year.
Did he do the audio?
No, he didn't.
The best.
I don't. Did he? No, he didn't do the audio.
He didn't do the audio, yeah.
I would have remembered if he did the audio.
Yeah.
I would have remembered.
He is so good at it. I listened to The Ocean at the End of the Lane, and he does the audio for that one, and it's really good. He reads it, and it's real good.
That is good.
Yeah.
I like the guy they got playing Shadow Moon.
Yeah, he's fabulous.
Yeah,
he's really good.
He's really good, and I don't know if I've seen him before in anything else. I can't. If I have, I can't remember.
Internet, you know what to do.
Some nerd out there right now is just like, "Hey, we said this."
I was actually hoping one would so there's a pillar next to us, just around the corner. Excuse me.
Yeah, we're at an anime convention. Just go yell in the lobby. I'm sure we'll get one.
Don't start with Shadow Moon though. Everyone will turn around. Yes, not you, the other one.
Tosai? No, Shadow Moon, not Sailor Moon. God, happens every time.
Yeah, but so the second one has a Nancy in it, who's one of my favorite gods.
Ooh, and they have a great actor playing him. His name is escaping me right now. Damn it! I don't have IMDb open right now.
Yeah. So, I guess the season really kind of dwells a lot on Lauren McSweeney, and I kind of think they're side characters for a reason.
Yeah.
But I loved this last week's episode. I thought it was really good. The backstory of Elsie bringing Mad Sweeney here, that was really good.
That's really cool. Like you see, and I'm trying to, I can imagine things happening with the cast right now, and I'm just hoping it's as cool as I think it's going to be. So,
yeah.
And then Ian McShane is like the most casting for Mr. Wednesday I think I've ever, like it's like Tony Stark Iron Man level casting where I'm just like, no, he was the only guy for this. Like, but yeah, I'm super excited. Is there anything like that a property you really love that hasn't been adapted that you think would make a good TV show? I mean, I think they're just taking suggestions from any random people on the internet now.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
They did a Transporter TV show. They're taking all ideas.
Anything goes.
No such thing as a bad idea.
So for Shadow Moon, you might have remembered from that crappy The 100 series.
Oh, of course.
Oh,
how could you forget?
Yeah, he's one of the tribal guys. I was talking to Chris Cox about this. No, he's he's actually from the first season where I was still watching that show because of the said girl I was dating at the time who made me watch Rain and that show. Why do we watch so much CW?
She will live down in history. It's like when you're like going through your like past loves, you're like, this is fucking
bitch.
WB watching. So, one that I've always thought would make a good TV show is a lot of Ed Brubaker's work. I thought would be really cool. Sleeper, and those ones I think would be great. They're already kind of like concise and already in a little package.
Yeah.
Criminal, obviously, any of those.
Yes. They were gonna do
a criminal show, I think.
Yeah. I think they even had. Did they have a pilot? They had an animated pilot for either the TV show or the movie. I don't remember what it was, but they had like a test pilot that was actually pretty cool looking.
Yeah, and they just never did it.
Yeah, I think it went the same way as the
as American Gods went for 10 years.
As American Gods or Chew. Chew has.
Yeah.
There's a pilot of Chew sitting around, or Lock and Key. Lock and Key has a pilot just floating around somewhere. That is somehow not on the internet. They must have that in a vault, because if the internet hasn't found it, I don't think you can find it at all.
Yeah, that's true. Reddit will get weird in trying to find something if they need to.
Yeah, I think making comic book properties into movies, I think that'll be the new next thing, because it makes a lot more sense. I think the Marvel shows, say what you want about them, like they go on a little long, their structure is a little weak near the middle episodes, but I think they're really solid and a really good way to adapt those longer form stories, except for Iron Fist. But
yeah.
God, I watched all of Iron Fist, and I did it alone, so I don't even have a girl to blame on it.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Was it like a hate week? Like you'd had a rough week, you lost your job, you ran out of frozen waffles?
I didn't look. Okay.
You're like, fuck, I'm going to watch all of Iron Fist, and I'm going to do it alone.
I had a lot of angst. Like I got fired from my job, and then lost my girlfriend on the same day.
Oh, shit, I was just joking. It was just jokes. I wasn't serious.
No, this is also a joke. You just can't tell I don't change facial expressions enough. But,
okay. I was just like, I'm not a therapist. I'm like the worst person to turn to.
Yeah, and then despite my best friends going like, Nick, we all love you.
We're concerned.
Yeah. We think you're watching too much Iron Fist, and like I was just like, no, you're not watching enough Iron Fist. And
yeah, you're a completionist.
Yeah.
You start, you're gonna finish.
I had to, and you know what? It didn't defeat me. So
you're here today. You're here to talk about it.
Unbreakable Iron Fist, my ass. So like undefeatable. No. I got it. I got through. So.
Yeah, well, also, like, you have earned your hatred of that show. The rest of us are all a bunch of posers.
Mm-hmm. Anyone who says, like, I hate that show, that show sucks, and they watch, like, 2 episodes, they are correct, but not justified in their opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
So I am fully justified.
You didn't earn that hate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So with that, I think we can wrap this interview up. But before we go, would you be interested in, since you didn't get to catch the pitch game with us, would you be interested in playing a quick round with us?
I would love to. I'm nervous.
Awesome.
I'm ready to lose with dignity.
Okay, so how this is going to work, we're just going to do one round, all right?
Okay.
I'm going to be the movie producer. I have $20 million to fund a TV show.
Okay.
So, and then we have your cards here. This one of those is your hand. Choose wisely.
Right.
All right.
So what you're going to do is you're going to have...
Okay, look at him.
Yep. So that's your hand of your options to choose from. So you're going to pick one of each color to put down, and there's plot, adjective, character, and genre. So the genre is like what type of so it's a movie pitch game, but we've adapted it to be a TV show thing. So think of it in that context. So it's the genre of the TV show, and then descriptive hero. So it's about a sleepy bowling star.
Yeah.
And then
what is the Big Lebowski?
Yeah. Yes.
Wrong game.
You win Nerd Jeopardy.
Yay!
But yeah, and then you'll pitch it to me.
Cool.
And I'll be the producer, and I gotta choose how much to fund either one of yours. And should we do like we did last night? Should I be a specific network, or should I keep it general?
Whichever, I think.
Yeah. Okay. I am.
Network, the WB.
I am. We in the CW.
Yeah, the CW.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing. CW.
You know what?
I'm old.
You know what? Let's do it. Yeah.
No, you don't actually have I don't want you to have like weird flashbacks or something.
Okay. You know what?
I had a good premise. Now I have to make it worse.
You know what? I'll tell you what. Instead of the CW, I'll tell you what. We're gonna do. I think we're gonna do. We didn't do AMC yet, did we?
I don't think so.
We didn't do AMC. Okay, we're gonna do AMC. Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
then in that case...
So pitch me a really good show that I'm gonna pass on, and then in order to run more reruns of old classic movies instead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I want to see the Christmas Story again this year.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then we'll have to share the mic, so we'll pass this over.
No dice.
Mm-hmm.
It was in my writer.
You do get bonus points if you can think of a cool title. It's not required.
Shit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Needs to be a pun.
I'll tell you what. We'll have.
I miss Randy.
I know he was kicking ass last night.
He's
All right.
real good at that.
Is Travis ready to go?
I have my general idea, I guess, but I still need a little bit of thinking, I think.
Okay.
Okay, let me think here.
It's not an order, and I'm like whoever feels like they're ready, you can go for it. Whoever feels brave enough.
I guess I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
I don't have 100% here. Might not be my best, but
It's going to be... All right. So we're going to have a science fiction. It's pretty classic here. But our star is going to be a penniless rocket scientist who's getting the team back together for one last job. NASA's shut down. They're done. They're closed. But this guy's like, no, I know there's aliens on Mars. I'm getting out there, no matter what it takes. Despite that, he has already been fired for just his crackpot theories, because let's face it, whether there's aliens on Mars or not, we don't have proof. No one knows, but he's sure. He's positive. So he's going to gather up his team. He's going to, get everyone together and somehow cobble together enough parts and or money to get a rocket to Mars.
Okay. You got a pitch? You got a title?
I don't. Unfortunately, I don't. I was trying to go something off of Ocean's 11.
Mm-hmm. Neptune's 11.
Yeah.
No. I would watch that, but yeah, that's pretty good. All right. I like the idea of a NASA crew, just like a ragtag team of NASA crew breaking back into NASA after it's shut down to do a rogue fucking shuttle launch to go and find aliens.
Of course, there's going to be a beg for the first season. They'll actually get there somehow to Mars, and there'll be a sequel beg for the next season about the fact that they actually might have found Martians.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's the long game. I like it. Ashley, how about you?
Okay, so I am pitching a picture it. Use your imaginations. Okay. It'll be black and white.
Classy.
Yeah, AMC likes it classy, likes it deep. It really is. This is going to be huge with the with the intellectual crowd. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going to be black and white. It will feature a wisecracking professor. Just got his PhD, just finished it. I'm sorry?
Not a nutty one, right?
No. He's wise, and he realizes that this is his opportunity to leave his mark on the world. Not as the World War II historian that he studied in school, but by finally connecting with a group of inner-city kids through breakdancing. I call it Dangerous Lines.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, man. And I like he's got his PhD in funk.
That would have been better. Why did I say that?
No, that's the tagline that goes underneath.
Dangerous Lines, PhD in funk.
Wherever we run the ad, that'll be it.
Well, the figurines that we'll sell, like that. I mean, this has opportunities for merchandising,
right,
left and right, like the figure. Yeah, exactly.
Right,
exactly.
so.
Well, we'll do alt color ones. Like there'll be like an alternative run of full color figurines for each one, but we're only going to make 100 of them.
Yeah. Okay, you got to be in the know.
Yeah, you got to be in the know. They will sell for $300 instead of $25.
Okay, well, not only does she have the superior title, she has the marketing behind it. She's a forward thinker, and we got to get this marketing. It's marketing all the way. That's what we need. I don't know why I'm now a 1940s salesman, but that's fine. It's probably the black and white. I think that's what it's got me. So you know what?
I like it. Plus, you put on that hat that says press.
A
little press card in it.
A copy here.
Which also, why do you carry that around?
Just in case I need to stop the presses. But you are going to get $15 million for that.
Woo!
So that's good. So that'll be great, and most of that's going to go into toy production because I don't think we needed that much money. We don't even need to get a color camera. You get $5 million for your sci-fi show, so I don't know, take it to sci-fi maybe because I don't think that's all they need. This is all the real heavy stuff is going to happen in the last episode, and it's going to be really shitty CGI anyway. So
actually, if it's super charming models made out of milk cartons, I would watch the shit out of that show.
But then it's like sad because then there's the underlying because Grant will have the theory is like no, they're all just demented old NASA people that are just thinking they're going to Mars, and it's sad because like you can see just like see them like we're going to Mars, guys. Mars. It's like the Calvin and Hobbes sketch from Robot Chicken.
That can also work.
Yeah.
I'd watch that.
You know what? I'd watch it too. But I like it.
It's a short film though.
But,
yeah, I mean, I'm not popular. I've got a lot of time on my hands to watch B-runs of old NASA astronauts making cardboard spacecraft.
I like it. But congratulations to our winner, and thank you
so much
for doing an interview with us. Absolute pleasure.
Yeah, it's so nice to meet you guys.
This is a man's world, but it wouldn't be nothing. Not a woman on the bed. Man made the car, take us over the road. Man made the train to carry the heavy loads.
And we're back. Hope you enjoyed that interview with Ashley. It was a great time. A great time recording with her. Absolutely fun. She's such a lovely person. Really hope that we get to record with her again. Hopefully, when next time we're in Austin. We're really looking forward to that as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, with that, this brings this episode to a close. Join us next week for something completely different.
We actually have to work now.
Yeah, we got to actually put some effort in.
No.
So can't be resting on our laurels and all that shit. So yeah, join us next time for maximum effort.
Ooh.
With that,
a Deadpool episode?
Yeah, that would be a fun episode. Maximum effort. But with that, until next week, we are the Unapologetic Geek Out, and we're out.